55G. It's weird that he.
Hello, welcome to this late night stream. So we are going to build the Voice 65 for a client. And this is from the OWL. Is that called OW Lab or OWL Lab? Voice 65. I think the packaging is pretty nice. And we have the bumper and also, yeah, this is the standard for hot swap PCB. We have gasket, we have bumper, we have actually what's in the package. Oh yeah, this is basically the form for spacebar. I think this is pretty nice touch. So we are going to use no space form and also no plate form. And actually space form can also be inserted later, so it's not the end of world if we don't really use it and it turns out we want to use it. And we are going to use the gasket later, and also the bump pump, probably we want to attach it first. So we have one aluminum plate, that's the one we are using tonight, and a PCB. So we are going to build a solder PCB because we want to have steps caps lock. Actually, let's see whether I don't think the hot swap will have the step locks. Most of the hot swap PCB don't have it. Yeah, I'm right. It's only one spot. The unit for EP68 Aurora, they include both steps caps lock and regular caps lock hot swap. So this is the one we are going to use, and we will try to test that. And I believe we are going to just go the regular 6.25U because that's what people usually want. Yeah, I start getting to use 7U, but sometimes the 7U bar will be a little bit too loud. And this is the aluminum plate. Yeah, let's see if we can go really quick tonight. So it's the black aluminum plate with all the gasket mounting points. And now this is our final so this is all black, was 65. We don't want to use, actually we can use the space plate case form, but we don't really need all kinds of plate form. Yeah, let's remember using this too. Cool, this is the box. We're going to build with Holy Panda tonight. So the Holy Panda we get for the client are the Polar Holy Panda. And to match the color, actually it's not one-to-one match, we are going to use the C3 Tiffany Blue colorway stabilizers. At least they were kind of on the blue side. So let's see. Yeah, to test the PCB we need to get a case. So we want to attach the USB daughter board. Okay, let's attach this part and also the USB daughter board. This is really interesting. So we have one RGB light actually shifts a little bit. So this will be per key RGB. Even this is for solder version. Yeah, that's actually very interesting. Usually I see the solder version have the underglow. Okay, we have maybe a little bit problem on the PCB. So the daughter barrel has a little bit issue. Yeah, let's see if we can. Yeah, it's just broke a little bit. Maybe it's not big deal. I hope this is not affecting the PCB quality. Let's see if we can still connect that. Cool. Things lighting up. And we have the RGB wave. Okay, let's bring out the VIA to test the PCB. So audience, are you using key tester on VIA test the PCB usually, or how do you test the PCB? And also whether I should flash. Oh, I should not flash because I don't think they have the flashed version on VIA. Probably they only have it for the JSON file. So let's just do the regular test. Actually, to be safe, let's see if we can get the JSON file for voice 65. Okay, we need to have the instruction again. Okay, so let's open VIA, and if you are using a hot swap version, that will be a different JSON file, but you download from the IC link, and then in the setting tab you want to click show design tab so that you can load the JSON file. And then what you will do is just load the JSON file that I downloaded. Then you can basically show the metrics of this layout. And let's see if we can recognize. Yeah, we can recognize voice 65 Welt version. Wow, that's pretty cool. It shows all the possible layout. And if we do test metrics, all the possibilities are here. Yeah, this is the first time I load a JSON that you can test multi-layout. Yeah, it even recognizes the other one. That's probably because of the route for these two keys are the same one. That's why sometimes you just change the binding on this key, it will change the binding on this backspace as well. So these two pipe key are also on the same. Yeah, actually this is to understand how the PCB is wired together. I mean, it didn't always work like that. So I believe if I go this one, both caps lock will light up. Yes. Yeah, building this one will learn something. So pipe key, yes. And let's try the enter on this one, yes. I feel like I'm pretty chill. It's a bit late night, so I don't feel like I have full energy. I just want to get down on this build so that my client can potentially get this board ASAP. Okay, so this is pretty much how we test the PCB. We need to use the VS software, load the JSON file in design tab, and connect the PCB with the daughter board on the case, and connect to the USB-C cable. Yeah, if you ever watch this stream or this VOD, and you're building a Voice 65, this is what you will do. Okay, answering one client question. Let's see what the client question is. Yeah, so I think people asking me where do I get the bump on for the keyboard. Sometimes I want the transparent bump on, and sometimes people want replacement. So I just got from Amazon, and that's okay. So come back from the client question. So last time when I built the Voice 65, I was wrong. I thought this is actually the aluminum weight, and it turns out to be the brass weight. Although it's not really heavy, it's really a small weight. But on the other one, it's black, so it looks like aluminum. So correct me if I'm wrong again. Yeah, anyway, we don't really need this. Okay, sorry, I just moved my camera for a bit. So let's put the case aside. We're not going to use it for a while. Actually, let's put on the right side, because if you guys want to see it, that's the place I have the viewport. Oh, before that, let me put on the bumper. Yeah, almost forget about this one. Yeah, I should have a to-do list whenever I set something. So I really like the bumper for this keyboard because it looks like a viewfinder. So look at this one. Yeah, but for the black case, it basically blends in very well. You don't really see it. But for other case, it feels like you are pointing a camera to this keyboard. So definitely attracts more people when they see this design. Okay, cool. So let's get the feet and let's get the PCB. So we are going to loop the stabilizers first. And for the stabilizers, we have 1625U. And let's use the sticker on this one because it comes from the C3, so it's probably good to just get it. Okay, so I see the RGB is here, so probably not worth using the sticker to block the RGB. Yeah, so not worth doing. Let's just give up. Yeah, I wish I can get enough fund for the C stand so that we can have the overhead camera. And the next step could be a PC to build. But I don't think I have the budget to do that for now. Yeah, right now I really need to tighten my budget so that I can get the appropriate setup for the camera itself. Then the next step could be doing a PC. So not this step yet. So I think the chill stream for me is just to make sure whenever I get the next step, I clean up mess on the last step. So I don't end with a mess that I cannot clean afterwards. That's pretty much the chill I want. make sure it's not scuffed stream by doing everything in order. Okay, another client inquiry. Okay, let me search for okay, I need to do the laundry part. So yeah, actually just like get the laundry into the dryer. I will be right back. Okay, I'm back. Yeah, keyboard builder also need to do laundry. We are no different than anybody else. But anyway, I'm still searching for the instruction the client sent me previously. Cool, I got that. I don't think the instruction is too difficult to do. Yeah, I did once and I already pretty much remember everything now. Yeah, let's just use it as reference. But anyway, we are going to loop the stabilizer no matter what. Oh, one more thing. I need to grab my Apple Watch. So my girlfriend has important thing to do tomorrow. Okay. And I don't want my Apple Watch to ring her up tomorrow morning. That will be the last thing I want to do for my girlfriend. Yeah, anyway. Pretty chill stream that I will do the stabilizers as usual. And I remember this is something I can do, which is just do the closer up. So this is Krytox 20530. You basically spread that evenly on the side of the housing for the stabilizers. And then you grab a stem and find the find the one has the notch to pair with the one closed and put that in. Yeah. So that's done on one housing. Yeah, thank you. Yeah, this zoomed in view shows much more detail. I actually consider maybe I should have one zoomed in view and one global view, so it's not get too detailed. Yeah, I don't know how to do that though. So yeah, after lubing, you don't really see any layer of white lube. You basically still feel it's like really smooth, and it has the feeling of the lube, but you don't end up getting too much lube on it. So again, get the insert, and if you cannot basically go up and down, that's like the wrong direction. So if you can go this one, it's usually good. Yeah, so I think for the close view, the only thing I had a problem is my camera doesn't have autofocus, so I have to position my hand on the exact height so that the camera will be showing the correct focus. And it's pretty hard to do every time. But yeah, the more you practice, you know what you're doing. Yeah, I actually used the item exactly underneath to help me locate where I should position my hand. And I just use my hand to put my stabilizers in a natural height so it get the focus correctly. And I find usually not a problem on this loop, it's usually the loop on the wire that causing the rattle. So for this step, it's pretty forgiven. And nowadays I just get the C3 stabilizers or the Durock V2 for most of the time because they are pretty safe for the wire popping. And I personally had a lot of wire popping issue that I feel if that happens to my client, it will be really hard to get them fixed in a remote environment because every boards are different. I try to fix my wire popping on the E7 V2. It's so painful. So I don't want any client to fix such wire popping issue themselves. So if I still have the C3 or the client choose, I would recommend C3 or the Durock V2. But I won't say Durock V1 is trash. As long as when you're pulling out the keycaps, you're not in rush, you're pulling out the keycaps evenly with the even force, you should have no problem. Yeah, sometimes I'm just doing my own pace. I kind of rush to get keycaps out. I will put one side up and then put other side. So that probably causing the wire popping. Yeah, wire popping is not fun. And also my stabilizers on the Beer 65 was kind of broken, so one side it's totally broken that the wire cannot getting up and down with the right force. So that stabilizer is pretty sticky. I probably need to spend another stream to desolder the whole board and replace that to Durock V1 stabilizers. Or maybe not replace, but just go the other direction. So the correct one or the okay one can still work. The bad one, the best side is just not getting the chance. Yeah, I think I had, I don't know, maybe 3 or 4 times popping out already. I end up regret using Durock V1 when I had the chance to buy Durock V2. Okay, so we are going to the dielectric grease. Okay, I cannot really see what I'm doing. Yeah, it's not really easy to get a evenly distributed super loop using this way, but you can always do it afterwards. I mean, the plugging butt approach. Find the right hole and put in. Okay. I definitely like the C3 stabilizers inserting more than the Durock V1. Sometimes I cannot really get the Durock V1's stabilizers while inserting easily. I wonder if it's the design problem. Okay, I will always add some more loop later because I usually never over loop, I just under loop most of the time. Yeah, I think I still have how many boards I have to build. Like I have one client having 4 boards, most of them were just under 60%. Basically, if you call it 40% or 30%, yes, that's pretty much what they are. They have 4 boards I have to build for them, and because most of them are silent tactile switch, I don't feel like the need to build on stream because there will be no typing sound anyway. And also I don't really like the mounting style of those keyboards. Yeah, I think in the future I have another client who want to build at daily the 40% premium board. That's the one I really get excited about. But otherwise, I basically don't want to build the 40% on the stream. I just want to get it built ASAP. Yeah, you can see after inserting, the end of the wire doesn't have enough loop. It all gets squeezed in the center of the wire. So that's why you will need to add more loop. Actually, if you can add from this angle, you can also add. You don't really need to insert from the back. So let's try this way. I think this is the part that you have most of the problem on the wire rattling. So why not just give some treatment from this angle? Technically, it's not plugging the butt. It's lubing the back, lubing the bottom. Because at the end of the day, this is the part you want to get enough loop. And before you put on the board, you can still do it. Cool. Let's do the other one. I feel like this way is more effective. You don't end up getting a lot of loop outside the stabilizers. But this may not work if you have other stabilizers. So this probably only work with the C3 stabilizers, the recent rounds. Yeah, because I think the stem on these C3 steps are not the same as other stems, and also even for the previous C3 stabilizers. So this just gives you more chance to loop, and also maybe just a little bit more clearance. Yeah, I think one day if I use all my super loop, that could be the milestone. Yeah, I think still nowadays the hardest part to do is the stabilizers. So I'm really interested to see how the stabilizers, lubing, or just in general, the manufacturer side of stabilizers can improve on. Because I know KB Defense is doing some stabilizers on their own, and Novelty is doing, I don't know what the brand Novelty or what the manufacturer Novelty is trying to go with, but I think their goal is to get some proper stock stabilizers, and I'm really eager to know how they can do better on the stock form. So getting some super loop. Okay, this is probably not a good example. So you want to probably dip multiple times to get a evenly applied layer. Not a lot, not little, so something like this one. Then put into the right hole and click. And you can use a brush to loop the ends, because that's the part you may not get enough loop applied. Then repeat the process on the other side. And this is pretty bad loop, so you want to not get too much and also get a little bit on the angle. And again, getting some more loop applied on the end. Yeah, while you still have a chance, because once you mount on the keyboard on the PCB, then you have to add it from the back. Sometimes for C3 it's actually not that easy to add, because the hole is not as big as the other stabilizers. So I will use this chance to add pretty much loop on the end. Okay. And of this closer view. Oh, it's clean up brush. Okay, this is basically the voice 65 PCB. And people will probably not easy to figure out. Oh, interesting, I got it wrong on the wrong side. Such a rookie mistake. Hi, how are you? Yeah, I'm good. How about you? Yeah, I think for the Holy Panda switches, you don't really need to find too much mute on the stabilizers, because the key switch will pop in that easily. Yeah, I know, people lurking that all the time. In general, I lurking on the channel, no matter it's small streamer or large streamer, because sometimes I don't know what to talk, what to ask. But yeah, I'm pretty chill. You can talk anything about keyboard or non-keyboard. Yeah, I think this is like the how many keyboards? Definitely more than 10 keyboards built for my clients nowadays. But this is the third one in a row that I build keyboard every day from last Friday. So I will probably build another keyboard tomorrow, and not sure for Tuesday, but maybe another board on Wednesday. So I got pretty good coverage on different sides of the keyboard nowadays. So yesterday and the day before I built 2 TKL. Today I'm building this 65%, and we have the full size keyboard to build tomorrow. And so far what's interesting is I didn't keep any 65% myself yet, just because I kind of waiting for a lot of 65% keyboard group buy. So most of my keyboard in my hand were not 65%. Like the one here is Alice layout with the arrow key. So it's called BS 65%. and it's the prototype I got from Jackie that I'm testing different switch so I can get typing sound for people in the Jackie Studio Discord server. Basically that's where all the beer lover lives. And I'll also get the Meridian, which is the AI03 60% ergo layout. It doesn't have the arrow key, but I can definitely use the right bottom corner as the arrow key. Basically you just need to remap all the Control Shift Alt menu key into the arrow keys. That's how you can get the 60% keyboard with the arrow key without the explicit arrow keycaps. And the other one is the TKL I built several days ago. It's the KFECE. I'm pretty happy with the build quality of that keyboard and also the typing sound and typing feeling. I don't have a GMV2 or GMV2 CE, but I heard about the KFCE pretty much get 80% of what you will get from the GMV2 CE. Both have the F13 TKL layout, both were top mount, both use Heine PCB. Actually, I don't know if GMV2 use Heine PCB or not. What's my favorite keyb at the moment? It's really hard to say, so there are different dimensions. I think the best typing feeling and maybe the best typing sounds is the Polarized. The Polarized is basically the AI03 60% keyboard that provide the best typing sound and flexible typing feeling. Because I'm using FR4 half plate, I definitely feel like it's a great consistent typing feeling across the board. Cool, so we get the aluminum plate. And regarding what's the best looking one, I think this one out here, the beer 65%, I really like how it looks ergonomically, and you can have a position to put your artisan, and especially the weight. So the weight of the keyboard is so cute, like you end up just showing up all the time. And this is the cute side. You also have the fancy weight side. And if you were talking about the build quality, I think the one I have the best is still the Keycaps number 1 60%. It's just like for any A stock of Keycaps, they are pretty much like perfect. And I think the flexibility modding, I will say the KFECE is the one I really like, because I have like 5 plates on that. I have FR4 aluminum, half FR4 PC brass plate, and I think on the GB they also sell CF plate, the carbon fiber plate, and palm plate. So if you want to try different plates on KFCE, you have kind of unlimited options out there. It's just because of the compatibility of the PCB itself, the Heine 88 PCB with the GMV2 options there. So it's basically the same PCB and same plate as the GMV2. And what other keyboard I have? Yes, the Meridian. I think that's the best layout. Like, it's small enough that doesn't really occupy a lot of space, but it's big enough that I can have all the keys I need, and it has the ergo layout that I feel like I have. Interesting. So if we have the aluminum plate, I cannot get the step caps lock. Okay, I think that's pretty much what we land on, because I cannot get that anyway. You have F1. Yeah, I think alu sounds pretty good. A lot of keyboards, you only have the aluminum plate. Any like tactile or linear switch, they are pretty much sound good on alu. Yeah, I just like FR4 a lot, so I end up getting my own plate cut for this beer as well. Yeah, beer doesn't show a sale. The FR4, okay. Sometimes the housing is so tight that it's really hard to get the switch in. Okay, then I have the E7 V2. I will say that's the best functionality in a layout like that, just because you have pretty much enough key on that layout, the 70%, and also still have the compact layout. Okay, so sounds like that's pretty much most of my keyboard. I just like them in different dimension, and that's why I keep them, because I just like them. So it's hard to say which is my favorite keyboard. They are just good on different measurements. I need to get out this switch. You ordered 2 E7? Wow, you're a big 75% lover. Thank you for the words. Yeah, I think I try to just like make the sound testing, not edit it, so I can try to see how I hear it. I think the hardest one to record is the ink black, because sometimes it's just a little bit too muted. Yeah, back to the other question, what's my favorite switch at the moment? I actually don't like the ink black. It's just because of the inconsistency on my batch of ink black I order. So maybe I should order a little bit more than I can cherry pick, but I don't like cherry pick because I cannot find perfect ones. Yeah, so I over consistency more than the sound. That's why I like the alpaca switch, to provide consistent smoothness and the sound. I also like the lavender switches. It basically have the similar smoothness as alpaca, but it provides a little bit deeper sound as the alpaca. So lavender is my new favorite. I have around 200 lavenders I need to loop, some for my clients, some for myself. But I'm also a big tactile fan. Before entering into this hobby, I got a Cherry MS Clear on my pre-built keyboard, and I also own a HHKB, so I like the Topre switch. I feel like those two are having similar signature, like it's not super tactile, but it also provides you enough bump that you feel the tactility. So for tactile, right now I'm testing this U40. People call U40 boba or U4 sake, but yeah, this is the new test I want to do. But maybe I will try the penguin to see if I do that. Okay, this plate. Okay, this is not the plate thing. I think every time I do the Holy Panda, I end up hurting my finger. So maybe I should split this stream into two parts. One is inserting Holy Panda, the other is the real assembling. So stock spring or loop springs, yes. So when I loop my spring, I usually just back loop. I shake them for like 3 minutes. Like you can watch anything while you are back looping them. And I don't really feel like I get anything wrong with the back loop. And if you are using spring with that not stuck, you can basically loop that back of spring directly. So it's similarly as you loop the stuck spring. And for me, I really like the Gate-Run yellow spring, the slow spring. And I believe that's close to the 63 gram or 63.5 gram. So I end up getting a lot of slow spring from TX and Durock and Spirit, and I try them out differently. And I have like 62 and 65 from TX. I get the 16mm version, which is the slow version of the TX spring. I also got the 63.5 slow, so I get that on my ink black, on my alpaca, and also on my Holy Panda. And I plan to use the 62 gram and 65 gram on my Hyperglide and also the Wing Black, because those black switches were pretty heavy stock. So I probably want to swap them to the lower one. And similar to the ink black. That's why I actually really like how the ink black, ink 8008 have the stock spring similar as or same as the Gate Yellow, because that's all from Gate-Run. Okay, let's see if we can get this spring, this switch easier fit into this plate. Have you tried Retooth Blacks and Ink Black? So I have, okay, let me show that. Okay, so client sent me some Ink Black. I will probably build tomorrow or Wednesday. And I tried them just by hand. I feel like they are scratchy. I don't know how the client loop them or how client get them looped. I don't think they are doing enough looping job. And I also get Hyperglide and Light loop them myself. I feel like they are still a little bit scratchy, but in general it's still much better than unlooped. Okay, it's so hard to get this Holy Panda into this plate. Maybe not this one. I will try you another day. Yes, the other one is much easier. So I would say I prefer the sound of them when they are on the aluminum plate. It's just like the classic sound. But if you really want the smoothness, go with the JWK. But you will get tired with JWK sound someday. So you will end up going back to the MX Black, no matter it's Retooth, Hyperglide, or Vint. They pretty much sound the same. The only thing you want to chase is the smoothness. That's where the price came in. So for wings, they're supposed to get more smooth because they were being typed on for a longer time and they have a good tooling, the mold. So they should be better smoothness. Okay, I think I should not wear this sweater while I'm doing this Holy Panda switch stream. Like, it hurt me too much. And I cannot even keep doing the work on stream. It's just because it's so hard to get the switch in. So do people have good tips on how to get the Holy Panda in? I feel like this is a torture. Next time I will probably charge $10 more for the Holy Panda stream. It's just because I need some time to rest my finger. Okay, I need to try my left thumb. Maybe it's the way to practice your left hand ultimately. So you end up having two hands to do this Holy Panda stream. Or you end up hurting both hands. But yeah, I think overall I haven't used the black enough because in general I hate the heavy weight, but I realize I can always just swap the spring. Okay, got it. So I started getting the Hyperglide, which has really limited availability. So I entered the group buy from Keycaps. So they mentioned the group buy supposed to ship at end of the December last year, but because of the ship on the sea, actually that's not the real reason. I think it's just because of Cherry never delivered that in time. It ended up still not shipped, and in the meantime Canon Key started offering in stock Hyperglide Black, and by the time I'm like still waiting for the Keycaps news. I wish they had chance to get it within a month, so I didn't buy any from Canon Keys. Then when Canon Key sold out the Hyperglide, I think that's like within several days or even within a day, I don't remember, but yeah, it's pretty popular options there. Then we got the new sets from Keycaps, the ETA on those Hyperglides were pushed to March. Yeah, I think the news was in January, and I'm really sad about that. Then my friend found out the Malaysia vendor has some Hyperglide, and if we order 180 together to US, including the DHL express shipping, it's still cheaper than the group buy price. I don't really know why, but yeah, anyway, we got some Hyperglide, and I used to generate the typing sounds for the E7 V2 and also the beer, and maybe next up for the KFE, because I think it sounds actually really nice. The only thing you need to think about is the scratchiness. Okay, can I give up this switch? Okay, I may need to have medicine reimbursement for my finger. And for Vint, I entered a group from a person who harvests NAS machine to get those Vint blacks. And I'm not sure if that store still exists anymore. I don't know if I'm scammed or not, and I'm not sure when should that be delivered. Yeah, I wish I saw this message early. I need one last one, and this is the one I feel like I spent too much time on it already. So maybe let me check if I can get the switch opener. I think even I don't really use that. Yeah, my finger just like hurt right now. It's not like permanent. So okay, now I'm really considering selling my remaining Holy Panda because I don't want to use on my own build anymore. They're so painful to get in. The last one, what's the best way to get in? Maybe just the reverse way of get it out using my switch puller. Okay, yes, that's an easier way to get this one in. Yeah, I feel like this one is probably just the outlier on the switch itself. So that's not the AIO3 switch opener, that's from Clonwa. Yeah, I don't remember. It's a stuff from Taobao, and I think I got it for around 10 bucks. Still pretty useful for my day-to-day switch modding. Okay, so we got the 4 plate with the Holy Panda switch, and let's just get in and check out whether we have any bending. Yeah, the good part of the Holy Panda switches is sometimes you have really tight housing and you get into the plate because it's 3-pin. It's not that hard to close this up. Oh, unless you have one either get, okay, this didn't get fully in, so that's why. Okay, cool, so it's the solder time. So for solder time, we don't need a keyboard. The both new one and the old one. So let's put these two. Anybody get the GMK Nightshade? Yeah, so the keycaps definitely expensive. So the other day I got the space cable giveaway for the nightshade cable. So this is the cable I got, and it has the maybe nightshade novelty on that. Yeah, I'm pretty happy with the space cable, the quiet version. I mean, it's free cable. And only time I won a giveaway. I mean, giveaway is always nice because it's free. But sometimes people just like cannot get even win the raffle for a chance to buy something. I don't think many people will understand that hobby. I mean, this hobby. Like how you end up buying getting the raffle and you have to pay. I think that's pretty much the reason why there's always unpaid invoice for any given raffle, because there's always new people coming, and so the raffle is just getting a free thing. Yeah, things become interesting from that level. Wow, so you are pretty invested in this month. I think I invested a lot in February. Yeah, I don't even recall all the keycaps I bought, but yeah, I will join Striker, I joined North. I didn't get the in-stock Geekart, I joined the GB for Geekart R2 because I probably need the second B. And the split spacebar. And I also got GMK bleached. Yeah, I will check out how different it is from bleach to the EPBT black and white. And also I wonder when the minimum comes out, will it be also that price range? Because I feel like for 150 without any like numpad, it's pretty expensive, but it's actually extra, so it's not end of the world. But imagine like the GMK white on black on job selling for 150. How many people will start claiming job is money grabber? Because technically the job white on black is kind of extra if you consider that. Oh yes, I think the white cat advertisement on Geekart is pretty effective. I just know it's pretty good. I'm not eagerly getting one or waiting one black and white because I have the GOG black and white. So I bet I don't want to get the in-stock buy to occupy a person's chance to get one. Actually, maybe it's still in stock, so I'm not getting any chance from another person. But still, I don't want to buy something I don't really need immediately if it's in stock, since it's always limited. But I think they are pretty reasonable pricing, like 65 bucks for the base kit. and if it's a PBT keycaps without warp, it will pretty nice for your any like given keyboard, because I use the black and white for so many keyboard that I don't know what keycaps to pair with. Yeah, they are just like a default version. So for R2, I basically try to join the same colorway accent as R1, but they probably come with the arrow key. That's something I really want. It's just because accent, you want more accent on more places. Like you can pair with different accents. And for R1, I don't think they have that. Yeah, I won't say it's lame, but that's how things get better and better over time. And if you can not get the in-stock by this time, you can always get something nicer later. And if you get something now, you get something now, right? So I won't regret anything. Yeah, so I think the other keycaps I joined were, also Geekak, the Geekak triangle, because of the Geon's keycaps design on Geon's boards. I feel like the minimal look is really good, that I can kind of pair with any given keyboard, because it's basically white on black and black on white. And you can mix match with the alphas and mods to pair with different theme. And also it's pretty cheap. I think it's around 60-70 for a kit. But I end up buying a lot, so that I spend around $200 for that Geekak triangle keycap set. I still don't believe that I spent $200 for Geekak. But with the same price, you can only get one GMK base plus novelty plus spacebar. So I don't think it's a too bad buy, because I end up getting two base kits, two spacebar kits, two accent kits. Yeah, and with the same thing happening on GMK Dot, you probably spent $500. And I think the best part of Geekart is the lead time right now is like 3 months. So not like you are waiting for a year to see how that looks. And there's always new runs coming after that. Not sure for the GMK triangle, but definitely for the black on white. And I think there is a new run for white on black in April. And to be honest, anyone can be the vendor if they want to get such keycap set, and they can try to get 200 or more people signing up for that keycap set. So if you have a dream to become vendor in your region, you can try just selling the Geekart black and white. Yes, I think that will be just so easy to match with anything. And I feel like I can go with anything, any board with it. So for any client build, I don't have problem to find matching set. So far my go-to set for client build is still the GOG black and white. So I think my all-time favorite keycap stat is the GMK dot. I just like how that's totally different than any other stats. But now there's more and more similar sets, and it's not even meme stats because it's technically for a reason. Actually, for the reason of GMK dots, it's just like the April Fool's joke, so not a real reason. But now people like it. It's running R2. It's fun. But for GMK correct, I wonder why can't you just go WASD keyboards and try to customize that for your TKL. Okay, yeah, people want to get other form factor, but then you are losing how you can pair that keycap set to form the correct locking. So I feel like that's a pretty bad reason. Okay, I think I might have. Okay, I probably risk doing this one because of the PCB. Might have this issue with the daughter board for the rotary. Okay. Okay, I think there's no way back. Okay, pretty interesting soldering results on the pipe key. It's just because of the pipe key didn't have very reasonable Yeah, good night. Thank you for your words and also the time you spent on this stream. Have a good night. How long do people usually spend on soldering a keyboard? Okay, I didn't realize my chill stream is already 1 hour 40 minutes in. Yeah, I think it's pretty chill then, just because my pace were definitely slower than my usual pace. Okay, let's try another. Let me see if I would be able to do a closer up cam. Okay, where did I solder at this pace? Okay, so the one I soldered so far is this one. Okay, it's here. Okay, let me just. Yeah, this is better. Okay, last 3 switches to solder. Okay, actually lost 2, so that means everything is soldered at this time. And let's finally do a check. And also we need the keyboard to do the testing. Yeah, let's bring the keyboard here. Let's connect the USB-C cable, and let's try to get a USB daughter board. Actually, not USB daughter board, it's just daughter board. And try to connect that. Okay, yeah, that's like the location. Okay, it's always not an easy job to get the connector in. Okay, so we got the RGB light working. Okay, maybe get another direction. Yes, then see if we can get the rotary in as well. That might be a little bit harder. Okay, let's just try the key test first. Cool, so you can even see we have the light on the caps lock. Okay, at least we soldered everything. We don't need to have the solder station here anymore. Let me just disassemble that. Okay. Always to make sure they are well stored, so don't burn my house into the fire. Yeah, maybe I should change the stream to late night, no talk, just the background music stream. Okay, thank you for the redemption. Definitely forget to hydrate for a while. Let me grab the water. Okay, yeah, I really need water. So I need to wash my hands because I just soldered. I will be right back. Okay, now it's time to assemble everything with this gasket mount keyboard. We definitely need some gasket mounting stuff. So let's find the right screw first so we can disassemble it. Yeah, I think the bad part of a black keyboard is it's really easy to get dirty on it. I think this one doesn't have screw by default. So either we already missed one screw or we already missed one screw. Okay, I will check if we have additional screw in the back of the package. But yeah, I think we missed one screw, definitely. So we also need to unscrew the inner frame. Okay, I will probably watch my stream later to see if I indeed see these missing screws when I just unboxed, or if I did something weird that I end up not knowing where it is now. Yeah, sometimes I feel like recording stream or recording the video is just for like the future reference. Like you can always check back on what you did previously, anything you did wrong, or just anything that you can share with other people. Yeah, sometimes see like when people ask me how did I do that, I have the stream VOD that I can show them, okay, this is what I did before. That's pretty useful. And also the typing sound, that's another thing. Like when clients ask me what keys or what switch they should choose, I don't really give an answer, I give a way for them to find the answer, which is basically looking at my stream. no, looking at my YouTube channel, so that they have plenty material to watch. Okay, anyway, before doing that, let me test the rotary again. I'm just a little bit worried about the rotary part. But anyway, I cannot do anything at this point. I might just give up, but you know, I just want to know if it's dead before it's really dead. Yeah, getting daughter board in need requires some technique, but also require a working one. Do you like silent switch? Depends on what silent switch it is. So the silent alpaca, yes. Silence, no. Boba gum, I have no idea what that is. Boba U4, yes. I think the reason being silence doesn't really go that much silent, and it has really weird sounds. So I had a video early time in my YouTube channel that I feel like I can hear the sound, but okay, so the rotary works, and it has the lighting. Okay, rest assured. So silent alpaca and UFO boba are the two certified switches by me. Silent I tried, I'm not a fan of that. And the other two I haven't tried before, so I cannot say much about something I haven't tried. Okay, the gasket. Yeah, I think for silent switch, it's really about what's your requirement. So one reason be that you were in a shared workspace, that you don't want get other people annoyed, and you still like silent tactile, then I would recommend you for boba. And if you were just like want silence and you want linear, so that will be silent alpaca. Otherwise, I feel like linear switches you can always pair with, let's say, palm plate, so it can get really not loud typing sound but still pleasant typing sound. Okay, let's see what the closer look we can do. So this is the one, this is the next one. Yeah, I use my Cherry MX Blue all the time in my office. That's a real story. And our team ended up getting noise cancellation headphone for everyone, just because people get a Cherry MX Blue all the time, and I'm not only one. And at the time I know only about Cherry MX switch. That's like 5 years ago, so you don't really know what other switches you have. Then I feel like, okay, that's something showing up that I'm working really hard, but I'm technically working hard. I like the sound because I don't know any other possible sounds that a good switch can generate. Okay. So I end up just using that Cherry MX Blue board until I end up getting the pre-built Cherry MX Clear. I know, okay, that's a much better typing feeling. The clicky switch doesn't feel good at all. Okay, yeah, this one is too much movement. Maybe it's not worth doing that. So yeah, I think working from home has the biggest advantage of choosing different switches. So I have this my office room. So we used to rent to a friend, and that friend like living himself. So he just tried to rent himself later on because we don't want to meet each other every day at a time. So I reoccupy this room as my office room, so I can have some dedicated space separate from my bedroom. And then I get the flexibility to choose whatever switch I can have. So comes to this hobby, comes to all the Holy Panda testing. Like if you share the space with other people and you do Holy Panda all the time, I don't know if that person will want to murder you or not. So yeah, keep Holy Panda yourself. Be the selfish person if you have the Holy Panda. Yeah, I think next time when I recommend switches, I need to ask, where are you using the keyboard, and do you have any person who can tolerate you? Yeah, it should be a quiz that you have to pass, so I can recommend Holy Panda. Okay. I feel like this short gasket is still a little bit too long for the slots. Okay, wait a second, what's going on? Yeah, I need to respond to some kind of on call, so I will be right back. Okay, I'm back. Yeah, I think my meridian sounds really great. And since you have the chance to use them alone, this is definitely a great thing to experience before we are going back to office. So yeah, embrace that before it's too late. Embrace this chance. It's probably once for the lifetime. I wish I don't want to get another chance like this one. I mean, it's pretty good thing regarding how you can find this hobby and how to meet a lot of people, but it's not like you want to get COVID like this every couple years. Okay, I think it's almost there. I just need to assemble together the daughter board. That's the part I spent most of the time last time, just because I put the wrong orientation, but this time I learned a lot. So, not a big issue. Okay, cool. Yeah, I think the COVID situation is getting better as well. Cases are dying down. And in general, when people getting the vaccine, things will getting better as well. So I just wish everything going back fine. Okay. Okay, so some technique to screw this one is go the vertical orientation first, so your top case doesn't really fall down while you're screwing it. Okay, so the alignment is actually not easy. Actually, not hard either. You just need to find the screw position. And once you screw in one and go the other side, then you can screw the other ones without need to hold the top case. Yeah, I think my other client like who drop off several keyboards to my house also mentioned traffic's just getting worse and worse recently, that they have to have a longer ETA than they expected. So I'm not surprised about that. I'm just not ready to go outside yet, because I think I get used to live indoor, getting all the grocery from the online grocery store. Yeah, so I think the way I'm going to embrace the world is getting more and more food delivery, just because of I think I get bored by cooking myself over time now. Cool, so let's see how we can put the case form. Yeah, because this is not hot swap, so all the like slots don't really make total sense. So it's mostly just like make sure you have a right fit, then you can close the bottom case back on. And still remember we may have one last screw than what we need, so I will watch the stream back later to see why that screw is missing. Yeah, I think if the screw is missing, you definitely need to ask them to see if they can provide you another one, the extra screws. Yeah, they should probably include in the package because it's either easy to miss or they could be lost at any time. Yeah, I just don't see them, and I don't think I miss them anyway. Okay, I need to remember not taking an extra gasket. Cool, let's take a look on this keyboard assembled. So pretty nice weight and a nice bump on fit. And the anode, to be honest, it's pretty nice. I feel like it's pretty smooth. And we have the USB-C cable. We have the side knob. We have the Holy Panda switches soldered. And let's connect to make sure we don't need to disassemble. Okay, so things working and caps lock working. Yes, the only thing is for this plate we have no way to go step caps lock. Now let's put on the keycaps. So for the keycaps I have the Olivia Light that I have remaining for this board. I imagine this is a fit keycaps, so let's just put it on. The only other choice I have so far is getting from another keyboard. I'll choose the DMG, which I feel like the GMK Olivia is a better fit for a black keyboard. Thanks for follow. Arch type keycaps. Okay, let's see the focus. Yeah. In order to give a better focus, maybe I should put it here. So it's almost midnight. Sorry for the late stream. I figured I'd rather doing it than delay until tomorrow because I'm eager to hear how that sounds, and also I want to just build it out, so tomorrow if I get a chance to type, I can let it be picked up the day after. So one more day, one last day to enjoy the board for you. Okay, do I have any windowed caps lock? Yeah, I don't have. So if we go the caps lock, it won't really shine through. Okay, so if you can get a keycaps that with the window caps lock, it will be great. Do we have that? Yeah, we don't really have it. Let me check if the Olivia extension kit have it. Okay. Via novel key. Extension, yeah, extension doesn't have that key. Well, we can always demo that if you're interested. No, I have the other keycap set that has such key. It just doesn't match this with GMK Olivia Plus anyway, but not a huge deal. Yeah, sometimes the large bezel is nice because you can see the angle a little bit more. Okay, I think the light strip here is a nice touch. It just gave a little bit more vibe because most of the keycaps you have won't really shine through. At least I think everybody want the okay home end. Who pinged me? Who didn't want the pink arrows? You probably don't really enjoy the Olivia Plus. Page up, and do we have page down? Okay, yes. No, this is not. Okay, we don't have page up, page down on this part. It's always hard to know which keycap set you will have the right 65% compatibility. So page up here, page down this one. Then you can have is that delete? Yeah, let me try to type something and go. Okay, that is the delete. Page up, page down. So what's this one then? It could be the function key. And the last one on the board will be this pink spacebar. Yeah, for people who don't know the market price for GMK keycap set, you may not know how much it costs for all the pink spacebar here. You probably have to spend 60, 80, 60, 70, 80 bucks on this spacebar. I mean, that's not a worst buy. So don't spend that much money on spacebar. They're just spacebar. Yeah, a little pinkish won't make you aim more accurately or typing faster. Okay, so we got this one. So let's take a closer look. So we have this black voice 65 and the bottom, and we have this pink cable to pair with my Olivia Plus Plus. So it's actually a very classic white, black, and pinkish looking. And now the last part of the stream. Monkey type. Cool, let's do some proper typing tests. This is basically the voice 65 built with aluminum plates and Holy Panda switches. So we have no plate form, but with one layer of case foam below the PCB. Ooh, I feel like this is a great sounding board. Yeah, it reminds me of my Polarize with the Holy Panda, and definitely a nice popping sound. And aluminum plate is great for this Holy Panda. Definitely you don't want to use your PC plate for Holy Panda. So here's more sounds. And here's random typing. Yeah, so for the number row, I feel like always like that. Most of my Holy Panda build has a little bit like ticking on the number row. And I really like this backspace sound. And this spacebar just popping in a really nice way that if you have a straight spacebar of GMK, this is just like so nice to hear. Yeah, this is great. And so some people mention for the Y65 the left side feels a little bit different than the right side. Yeah, I think I don't really hear that difference. Yeah, I think it's not that different. Yeah, let me close my window. Yeah, I think if you were really consider the left side versus right side, maybe you were thinking like, okay, this key versus this key, but to be honest, on 65%, they are not like the symmetric position. So literally you should compare about this one and this one. Yeah, I think that's on the reasonable range of like difference. Yeah, maybe the left side a little bit higher pitch than the right side. Yeah, sometimes it could be because of the mounting style, but I don't feel like you will be able to tell why you are like typing on it. Like any words will be different or anything that will definitely take you out of an ordinary. So this is pretty good so far. I mean, thank you for spamming emotes. I shouldn't let Nightbot to warn that. Yeah, I think overall all the stabilizers tuned. Yeah, pretty well. I think after that I will just like type for some time tomorrow and see if I can notice anything regarding like, you know, degraded trends after one day. So sometimes, you know, when you type it for a day, either the loop come out just like it get better because the loop for the state for the switch getting better, and also sometimes you have to check the alignment of the keys. Sometimes the keys are crooked, but for this one I don't feel like it's any possibility because the Holy Panda has really tight fit on the plate, and the plate itself doesn't give you any more layout options. For example, this caps lock, it didn't really give you any like step caps lock possibility. So that's not something you get better because of, like for example, this location, you have only one possibility. So the sound will get more consistent, and also your switch will not have any possibility to crook. And okay, one more thing, I want to show the caps lock with the window. So I have this DMG keycaps that I definitely have a windowed caps lock, if I remember correctly. No, it didn't have. Okay, I know. So it only have the step caps lock with the windows. Yes, so it didn't have the general one. Interesting. Okay, so not this one then. Yeah, let me check my inventory to see if I have any keycaps with that spot. So what my keycaps they have? Do I have caps lock windowed on this one? No. What's the next one? I have GMK Godspeed. The GMK Godspeed have one. So it doesn't have. And what's the next one that might have? GMK Oblivion. Yeah, I don't think Oblivion have it by any chance. Yeah, I think the only one I remember is already showing up, basically the DMG, but it only has that for step caps lock. So if you really want, if you have white on black GMK, there is a group buy called GMK Shine Through Dismas. GMK Shine Through GB. Yeah, so it's the GMK white on black Shine Through. That's the one that has the window caps lock if you really want. Like not huge deal if you don't need, or if you are using that just for the control key, because you will never have the caps lock. GMK USA. Yeah, I think most of the keycaps set didn't have that either. Yeah, I don't think I get any keycap set with the caps lock shine through. Well, I can show how that looks though. Wait a second. Maybe this one. Oh yes. That's why I remember I've been seen something like this previously. Yeah, so if you get a key like this one, this is the Enjoy PPD9009, so it has one. Regularly you don't have anything, and if you type on it, wait, what happened? Okay, yeah. Interesting. So this is just like the classic caps lock indicator. Yeah, and I don't know if it's like the RGB version or just the white version, but yeah, if you really want that, not a lot of sets have it. Yeah, I think one reason is because the double shot cannot really do it easily, so you have to do pat print GMK, and it definitely at a cost, and most people don't really have the need for this one. That's why the separate one, yeah, I should just show that double B shines through. So this is the one that provide you such functionality separately, like by a group buy. I don't know the price of it. Do they have price? No. Okay, yeah, price 35 bucks. Okay, so for this one key you probably have to spend 35 bucks, and you can pair that with any white on black set, and for the set it's around 110, so you end up spend 1/3 of the whole keycap set price on such one key, so not worth it. But yeah, if you have the Enjoy PB909, it comes with it, then it's definitely a nice touch. Okay, goodbye my caps lock. Anyway, I'm using that as a control key, so not really for me. Cool, I will just type that for another day and potentially be able to get picked up on Tuesday or after that, anytime. So just one more typing test to end the stream. I like getting typing tests, and maybe a typing test video afterwards, so we can kind of compare that with the Meridian or other keyboards, because I have the Holy Panda universe keyboards typing some video, but maybe they are on different microphones, so I probably have to redo again. Okay, one more. Cool, I really enjoyed that. I definitely feel the Voice 65 is a worth buy when you get a chance to buy this in stock. Yeah, no problem, you're welcome, and it's pretty late. Have a good night, everyone.